Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. In today's video, I wanted to give you an update to my skincare routine. A lot of you guys have been asking lately for an update on it. There's been some new things that I've added. You want to know how they're working out, how I'm working them in, if I'm having success with them. And so I have that for you today. The other thing that people wanted to see was a printable at-home guide, which I have done for you. This will be on my blog. So this is for people who want to follow along and do the skincare the same as me. You can print it off, you can tape it inside your medicine chest, and then you can just follow along every day without being confused about when to use different things. So I started my YouTube channel and started looking into anti-aging skincare when I turned 50. This year I'm turning 60. So I've been at this for 10 years. And I've got to say, I've really seen the changes in my skin. I think my skin looks better today than it did back when I was 50. So skincare can do some things for you. I always like to address the procedures elephant in the room right at the beginning of this video, which is that I do like procedures. I do dabble in them. I haven't gotten a ton. I haven't gotten like a facelift or an eyelid lift or any surgery at all. I've tried filler a couple of times, but I don't have any filler in my face currently. I do like to get Botox on a fairly regular basis. I do have Botox in my forehead and a little bit in my crow's feet right now. So my forehead wrinkles are pretty minimal and my 11s are pretty minimal because of that. But you know, getting Botox up here doesn't do anything for your skin on the rest of your face. I did have one Fraxel dual laser treatment on my face. I had two on my neck and my chest. What else did I have? I had an Ultherapy done on my neck. I really haven't had a ton done to my face. So I feel like the difference in my skin from 10 years ago till now really is mainly from skincare and the at-home gadgets that I use. All right, so let's get into the skincare routine. I'm coming to you with no makeup on today. I do have on my sunscreen, which is a tinted sunscreen. So I always start my day by using one of two gadgets. And the two gadgets that I use in the morning on alternating mornings are either the Omnilux LED face mask, or I use a microcurrent device, which I'll talk about in a minute. But this LED mask is red light therapy. So as you can see, the red lights are on here. I have a face mask, I have a neck and chest bib, and I have a hand mitt that were all sent to me by the company. But I did a 3-month trial on them, and I personally was blown away by the before and after pictures. You guys know I take a lot of before and after pictures. I look at my skin up close all the time. I am rarely like wowed by the before and after pictures. Not only was I wowed by the results after 3 months, but I could start seeing the results happening within like the first 3 to 4 weeks. And then this just delivered. So anyway, this is an awesome product. Highly recommend. I have a discount code with Omnilux for 10% off. My code is different now for 2022 going forward. It is HF10. You put that in at checkout and get 10% off your order. I'll put a link to Omnilux in the info box below the video, along with links to everything I'm going to show you in this video. The way I use the Omnilux masks is when I first wake up in the morning, I'm not quite ready to get out of bed yet, so I roll over, grab them off my bedside table, slap them on, and I go back to sleep for 10 minutes. I don't get up and wash my face. I don't do any skincare with it. You don't have to do any skincare with it. You don't even really have to do it on clean skin. The light will penetrate your skincare, so you could do this anytime. I just happen to like doing it in the morning. They sell these little hydro masks with it. You can do it with the hydro mask. You can do it without the hydro mask. It doesn't need any conducting gel or anything like that. This is the easiest, simplest thing to use. One thing that I get asked about a lot with the Omnilux mask and how I use it is that I still have tretinoin on my face from the night before, and in the Omnilux frequently asked questions, they say that they warn you against using the mask if you're using tretinoin. They recommend stopping. I personally didn't do that. I kept using my tretinoin and I started using the mask, and I didn't have any adverse effects. So that's one known interaction that they do like to caution you against. So just be careful. So then on alternating days, I use my microcurrent device. I have 2 different microcurrent devices. Obviously, you're not going to have both, but since I am an influencer and I had to try both to review both, I have the Foreo Bear and I have the NuFace Trinity. I've been using the NuFace Trinity way longer than the Bear, but the Bear is kind of growing on me. The main difference between them is the amount of time that it takes to do do a treatment. This guy is more of a very slow glide on your face. It has a 5-second timer for each glide. And so the treatment tends to be about 10 to 15 minutes. With the Bear, there is no 5-second timer. It just has a 3-minute timer per treatment. So if you want to do your whole face in 3 minutes, you just zoop, zoop, zoop around your face and you're done. I tend to go through 2 3-minute cycles on this to do my whole face, but I do it much faster than I do with the new face. Now these do require conducting gel with them. The conducting gel that I use is the New Face Gel Primer. This is my favorite. I've used a lot of different ones, a lot of less expensive ones, but they all either like burn my skin or burn my eyes, so no change there. I've been using these for a long time. With this gel primer, you can rub it in and leave it on. It's too heavy of a coating for me to do that, so I do wash it off. First, I use a Wonder Cloth to wipe off the gel, and then I go ahead in with my Neutrogena Hydro Boost Gentle Cleanser for sensitive skin. I only use non-foaming cleansers on my face because it just doesn't need to be stripped. My skin used to be oily, now it's getting more and more dry as the years go on, so I don't use anything foamy or anything stripping. All right, the first step in my AM skincare routine is my timeless 20% vitamin C plus E plus ferulic acid serum. Been using this for years, no change here. Put a couple of pumps onto my fingertips and I rub it around my face without putting it on my eyelids or my lips. I always make sure to get everything close up under my eyes and also on my upper lip. And I also take it down to just beneath my jawline to help fight any sagging there. Normally, I would put this on my neck if my neck wasn't irritated. This time of year, my neck is very irritated, so I'm not using any acids on my neck. And also because I'm testing a new product and I'm doing the testing on my neck, and I'll talk about that in a minute. And I just rapid fire my serums all on. I don't wait in between. I don't wait for them to dry. Your skin is more absorbent when it's slightly damp. So the next thing I put on is my Ordinary Lactic Acid 10% serum. This is an alpha hydroxy acid. It exfoliates and brightens. I just put a couple of drops of this in my fingertips and I rub it all over my face, the same places as the vitamin C serum. There is a change to the next step in my routine. It's just being pushed back a step because I inserted something new in here. I've switched over from Curology to Agency. Curology is the company that I was getting my prescription tretinoin from, and they have launched a sister company called Agency, and now I'm getting my tretinoin through Agency because I can also get hydroquinone through Agency, and you can't get that with Curology. So this portion of the video is sponsored by Agency. So much like Curology, Agency is a skincare company that offers you prescription active ingredients that are prescribed for you by a dermatology provider and then shipped directly to your home. But Curology is really geared more towards acne, and so they created Agency to be geared more towards the issues of aging skin. With aging skin, our problems tend to be dark spots, wrinkles, fine lines, and lack of firmness, right? So they can offer you ingredients that will help to tackle all those things. So with Curology, I would only apply it once at night because that was tretinoin and you have to use that at night. But with Agency, I actually get 2 different bottles. One's called the Future Formula. This is my tretinoin that I use at night, so you'll see that in my night routine. But this is my dark spot formula. This is what I use twice a day, so morning and night. I work this into my skincare routine in the 3rd position, just mainly because it's thicker, and I like to use my more watery acids first. This bottle, as its name would suggest, dark spot formula, is for reducing dark spots. And I was getting some brand new, I already had age spots that I was fighting on my cheeks and that actually my Omnilux face mask helped with a lot. But because I am nearing 60, your skin just wants to keep letting you know how old you are. And so it was popping up some new age spots on my forehead. And so I decided to give this a try to see how it could work on those. I'm still on my first bottle, so I've only been using it like a month and a half, and I'm already seeing a difference in this age spot on my head, and now I feel like it's fading already. So this actually contains 4 active ingredients that tackle dark spots. I only use this as a spot treatment. I pretty much put it up here on my forehead and on my cheeks and down my nose and a little bit on my chest and then some on the backs of my hands. What my formula contains is 4% hydroquinone, which is a prescription ingredient that you cannot get over the counter here in the US, 4% kojic acid, 3% azelaic acid, and 2.5% hydrocortisone. And the hydrocortisone is in there to help keep your skin from getting irritated, because using hydroquinone with tretinoin can be irritating, and so far I haven't had any irritation. So the next thing I put on is my Timeless Coenzyme Q10 serum. I've been using this for years. This one I put on all over my face, including my eyelids and my lips. I normally would put this one on my neck as well, but where I'm using the droplet now, I'm not using anything else on my neck, just to test the droplet and see how it goes. So if you are not using the droplet, go ahead and put this on your neck as well. And then I top it all off with a nice lightweight moisturizer. This is a little bit of a change. I used to use the CeraVe PM lotion. I've been using that for years and years and years. I recently switched over to Vanicream Daily Facial Moisturizer. I switched over to this mainly because my Agency Future formula contains niacinamide, 4%, and my skin tends to be a little bit sensitive if I go over like 5% with niacinamide. And so the CeraVe PM has niacinamide in it. So if you're not using Agency or you're not getting niacinamide, I would stick with the CeraVe PM. Otherwise, if you're getting niacinamide elsewhere, you could switch to the Vanicream. I also just wanted to try this. With the exception of the niacinamide, this contains all the same ingredients as the CeraVe PM. So you're getting the ceramides, the hyaluronic acid, the glycerin, all in a nice, inexpensive drugstore priced package. Okay, the reason that I didn't apply any of that skincare to my neck is because I'm doing a trial on the droplet. This is a device that sprays skincare into your skin. They say it gets it 20 cell layers deep. And so I'm doing a trial on this. I'm not using it on my face because I'm doing the trial on the Agency products right now, and I don't want to mess with that. But as we know, my neck is not aging as well as my face because I can't use a lot of my active ingredients on it. So I thought, oh my gosh, what a perfect way to test this to see if it really can get the retinol 20 cell layers deeper, and if I could get a better result using retinol with this than I can using retinaldehyde, which is what I normally use, or using their collagen serum. During that time, I'm not using my other active ingredients on my neck just to see what this can do. I'm using the collagen in the morning and the retinol at night. So since I'm using it on my neck and it works best when it's spraying down, I go into my bedroom and I lay in bed and I spray the skincare onto my neck. After I use the droplet, then I go back into my bathroom to put on my neck moisturizer, which is my Derma E Eczema Relief Cream. This I love if I have any kind of irritation, and it's also a great moisturizer. So if you have, last step in my morning routine is always sunscreen. You guys know how important it is to sunscreen, especially after a lifetime of sun damage. You don't want to get any more. So I try to get as close to an SPF 50 as I can every day. I've been using mainly the same sunscreens for years. They are all mineral just because my skin tends to be very sensitive and irritated by chemical sunscreens, but whatever sunscreen you love that you will use every day, that's the one that's going to be the best one for you. So I encourage you to use it and use a lot of it, because putting on a pea-size amount or putting on makeup with sunscreen is not enough. Sunscreen is dose dependent, and you need about a 1/4 teaspoon for your face and your neck every single day to get the SPF on the label. So if you're not sure how much a 1/4 teaspoon is, just go to your kitchen, get out a teaspoon, measure out some sunscreen tomorrow morning, and see how much you actually need to put on. It's going to seem like a ton at first, but believe me, if you get a nice one, you can rub it in your face, do your ears, do your eyebrows, do way up in your hairline, do all the way down your neck, and then put a little bit more on your chest and the backs of your hands, because those are exposed to the elements and the sunshine all day, every day. Doesn't matter if it's raining, snowing, summer, winter, cloudy, sunscreen every single day. If you're indoors, doesn't matter, sunscreen on. My current sunscreen routine is that I am using the Dr. G Green Mild Up Sun Plus SPF 50 Plus PA++++ plus sunscreen as my base layer. I put on about a 1/4 teaspoon of that to get a good base of SPF 50. And then on top of it, because it does leave me a little bit of a white cast, I go in with Ulta MD UV Elements SPF 44. And these two together are so beautiful because this one tends to be a little bit shiny on me, but the Dr. G is a little bit more matte or satin. And so these two layered are like the perfect mix. I used to mix them in my hands, but then I'm like, well, I'm kind of bringing the SPF 50 down. So now I just put this one on first and then put this one on top. And it really takes the shine on this one down for me, and it leaves the most beautiful finish. Like, this is what I'm wearing today on my skin, and I just love how it looks. So that's a great combo. Another great combo is the Dr. G with the Australian Gold Botanical SPF 50. This is an awesome sunscreen, but it can be drying and it can be a little bit heavy. But if you layer it over the Dr. G or mix it with the Dr. G, because they're both SPF 50s, it gives you the most beautiful sunscreen that's not drying, that's a little bit more lightweight, and they have a great finish. All right, well, that seemed to take forever for something that I was just gonna go over quickly, but anyway, let's move on to the evening skincare routine. I do a double cleanse. The first cleanse is an oil-based balm. I use the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. I rub it into my dry skin. It removes makeup and breaks up waterproof mascara and eyeliner really well. I then splash it with water, and that emulsifies it, and all my makeup and my Tenacious water resistant sunscreen goes right down the drain. I use my Wonder Cloth again, and I give my face a rub with the Wonder Cloth. This is an exfoliating cloth, and it helps to really get off the makeup. Then my second cleanse of my double cleanse is with the Neutrogena Hydro Boost cleanser for sensitive skin. I use my Towel Clean Aura Orbital cleansing brush. Give my face a little scrubby-dubby. This brush rotates. I just rub it around my skin. I think this has like maybe a 1 or a 2-minute cycle. I don't use it for the whole time. I just gently rub it around my face. But I gotta say, my mom got one of these this year, and she loves the thing because she loves to exfoliate and really do like almost a dry brushing, and she just does the whole 2-minute cycle, and she is so happy with it. The reason I love it the most is because this is a sanitizing base, and so it keeps the bristles on the brush head bacteria free so that you're not transferring any germs or bacteria onto your skin that can cause acne or, you know, whatever. So I have a 60% off discount with Tao for the Aura. So the link for that is in the info box below the video. Grab yourself one of these little cuties. They come in new colors this year. So that is a great one that I've been using for years and years and years, and I still love it. All right, this next step is kind of an optional one. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. It just depends on if I reach for it at night. But sometimes I'll use a toner in between washing my face and going in with my skincare. It's the Isntree Green Tea Fresh Toner. I like getting green tea into my skincare routine because it is an antioxidant and it's really good for your skin. So sometimes I'll just splash this on my face. All right, then the first step in my evening skincare routine is that I apply my Agency Future Formula. Again, this portion of the video is sponsored by Agency. This is where I get my prescription tretinoin. And as we know, tretinoin is the most effective anti-aging skincare ingredient that you can get, and that will really do the heavy lifting in turning back the hands of time. The Future Formula, just like with the Dark Spot Formula, also contains 4 active ingredients. So between these two, you're getting 8 active ingredients, and for the price, that is really amazing. You can try it for the first month for free for just $4.95 for the shipping and handling. So in my Future Formula, I have tretinoin at 0.1%, azelaic acid at 5%, tranexamic acid at 5%, and niacinamide at 4%. So this is the first thing that I put on, and I put it all over my face, but I don't put it on my eyelids and I don't put it on my lips. The tretinoin in here is the ingredient that can be very, very irritating and that you have to ease in slowly with so that you can use it for the long haul. And so one of the things that your dermatology provider can help you with is starting in at a lower percentage and working your way up slowly over time so that you don't go through the ugly phase, the skin irritation phase, the peeling phase. I mean, if you want to go slow enough, you can avoid the peeling completely. You can avoid the irritation completely. It's going to take you longer, but I feel like you're going to have more success. So really love the agency service. So far, so good. With your first order of agency, they'll also send you the Cloud Care Duo. So they have a cream oil cleanser and a weightless whip moisturizer. I've used both of these. I think these are both nice products. If you really want to simplify your skincare routine and not have to be, going out to buy all these separate things, I don't think you can go wrong with these. I especially like the moisturizer. This contains ceramides and shea butter and hyaluronic acid, and it's a really nice lightweight but really moisturizing moisturizer. Like, it's a perfect thing to use day and night. Then the next step in my skincare routine is my dark spot formula. This is what I use twice a day, so morning and night. I only use this as a spot treatment. I pretty much put it up here on my forehead and on my cheeks and down my nose and a little bit on my chest and then some on the backs of my hands. If I was not using droplet on my neck, the next thing I would do would be to put on my Maylove Moonlight Retinaldehyde Serum on my neck. My neck is too sensitive to use full strength prescription tretinoin, so I use the next best thing, which is over-the-counter retinaldehyde. So that would be the next step if you're using the retinaldehyde on your neck. All right, so back to the face. Then the next serum I put on is my Timeless Matrixyl Synth 6 serum. This fights 6 different signs of aging. It's a really watery, lightweight serum. I just put a few drops in my fingertips. I rub it all over my face, all over my neck, my eyelids, my lips. No change there. The next serum I use is Maylove the Hydrator. I use this one all year round, but I especially love it in the winter because, my skin tends to be a little bit drier in the winter. And this one contains panthenol and resveratrol, and resveratrol is a really good antioxidant to have in there. So I put this one on. No change here. I've been using this for a few years. I love it. I put it all over my face, eyelids, lips, and neck if I wasn't using the droplet. So once I have all those serums on my face, I pull out the droplet to do my neck treatment. I put in a retinol capsule. I go back into my bedroom, lay on my bed to get the gravity effect with this. Then I come back into my bathroom to do my final lock it all in night moisturizer. The one I use in the winter during the cold, dry heating season is Olay Regenerist Ultra Rich. This one is fantastic. It's got niacinamide, glycerin, hyaluronic acid, a couple of peptides. It's a really great cream and it's so thick and emollient. If you have dry skin and you haven't tried this, give this a try. It will keep your skin just super hydrated all night long. I know in a video like this where I put it all together in one video, it seems like a lot, but when I have my products lined up in my medicine chest and I just run down the line and rapid fire them on, it really doesn't take any time at all. It's maybe 3 to 5 minutes tops to put everything on, including my sunscreen in the morning, and probably less than that because there's no sunscreen, maybe 2 to 3 minutes tops to put on my serums and my creams at night. So I'm so happy to be able to share it with you guys, and I hope that if you try it that you will love it as well and love it as much as I do. So that is it for today's video, everybody. Head to the info box below for all the links to my blog for the Printable routine or for shopping links if you're interested in buying anything here today. So if you found the video helpful and informative, go ahead and give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. As always, I thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your time. I hope you have a great day and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.